Hi, in this video we're going to have a look at the new Hava UI, in particular the extra space we've got on the desktop now by moving and collapsing a few of the other on-screen items that were there before. So first of all we'll look at across through the top. It's a lot cleaner. We've still got the filter query box here to allow you to build new custom queries, and then a link through to the Gitbook documentation here. This little icon here in the top right expands out the environments that you have connected, or the data sources you have connected to Hava. So this one, so the little eye icon here allows you to show or hide environments. So if you were only interested in a particular type of environment or a particular project, you can hide the other data sources from your own personal desktop. As you can see there. So to get our space back, we simply hide that again, and then if you look now on the left hand side, we've got a lot of the options that were available through the top before are now pushed to the side, which again makes it a lot cleaner, especially when they're not in use all the time. So if I expand that out, you can now see we've got data sources, the environments that show on the main dashboard, and then the type of environments that you can filter down if you want to, and then the reporting module. So if we look at the sources first, you can see all of our connected sources are here. Then you can hop into each of those, do things like request a automatic sync. That happens around about hourly normally, so you can kick off a manual sync immediately if you've been doing some work that you want to have reflected in your up-to-date diagrams. Here we can change the name, edit the credentials that were used to connect to your cloud account, and then delete the data source if you wish. So hopping back to environments, we've got all of the different environments displayed here. So we've got like AWS, some security views, an Azure and a GCP views, and a container diagram here. So here, for instance, we can just select infrastructure views, so that gets rid of the containers and security and so forth. Or we might just want to look at the security views that are rendered. Again, we've got all of those there. Container diagrams, and so forth. The last option here on the left is the reporting module. So here we've got the new reports that are built separately to the diagrams. So this first one, the compliance, is a AWS best practice built around the well-architected framework requirements. So this compliance report, for instance, gives us a here list of regions that are active in the account, shows you which ones are there, resources by region, total resources, roles and users, then the findings here being the different findings in the configuration that don't necessarily meet best practice. So we've got some issues here with an EC2, IMDS v2 not enforced, S3 with public access, some IAM user issues, Route 53 zone. So that's, again, the reports are generated on a daily basis, and then retained historically, so you can go back through and look at whatever issues existed at any point in time. So the last thing on the main screen, apart from obviously the help chat down the bottom right. We've got the settings now in the bottom left hand corner. So if you take that, it takes you into both the personal settings and the account settings. So personal, you've got your username, password, place to change the password, your email settings, so your primary email, where you can add additional emails for notifications if you so wish, and then access to your API tokens. So if you've got some external API work where you want to pull back Hava data, this is where you'd get your access tokens. In the account settings, yes, this is your overall Hava account. We've got the account name where you can change that. We've got the cancel account button, so if you ever need to cancel for any reason, you can hop in here and simply cancel your account. You've got your billing details, so here you can see what billing plan you're on, what the billing cycle is, and change or upgrade or downgrade plans if you need to. And we've also now got teams settings here, so where you can create a team, add users and roles and so forth. So hopping into a diagram, we'll have a look in this AWS VPC. So what you see here is the attributes tab as normal, where you can go through and look at individual elements on the diagrams and then get all of the information related to that particular resource. But then down on the bottom left hand side here, we've got a option to select different views. So the views you've got are infrastructure, which is what we're looking at here, the extended infrastructure, which then gives you a more detailed view of what's going on, along with IP addresses and that sort of thing. We zoom in there, we can see extra information. Then we've got a list view. So the list view is a detailed list of all the resources that were discovered within your configuration, and some of these might not necessarily be visualized on the diagram. So like volumes, for instance, network interface cards through here, which make no sense in visualizing because it would just create a huge mess on the diagram, but you may need some information related to that particular resource. You also notice down the right hand side here we've got the estimated costs of those resources. So here, for instance, I can sort, have a look at the price, sort by descending price, and then it'll show you all of the most expensive resources in the network. So we've got a database there, volume, a whole bunch of EC2 instances, and so forth. And we've got security group view. So here this lays out all of your security groups through, and then with the open ports laid on top, so you can see the ingress point, the egress point, and then the open port numbers that are on the network. So this gives your security team a bit of a helicopter view of how the network security is configured. So the rest is pretty much as it was before. You've got the version history here. You can go in and select a historical version of the document set. So you can go back in time and look at how the network was configured at some point in time. Across the top here we've got export, so you can export the diagrams to PDF, PNG, CSV or JSON in this instance. If we look at an infrastructure view, here we've also got a Visio, Visio format, which can be read in Draw.io, or any number of drawing packages will pick up that particular drawing format. So that's how you get your Hava diagrams out to external programs to manipulate them. And then lastly, we've got view options here where we can display the infrastructure resource names by them if you need those, and also the connections between them can be visualized as well. So there you have it. There's the new user interface. I think it's a lot cleaner, gives you a bit more space to work on your diagrams, and there you go. We hope you have fun with it. Thanks. Goodbye.